yourself a 5-minute break. Come on over here. Let's talk STEM, shall we? Good morning, everybody. Welcome. STEM Day at the Capitol. You are here. We made it. And it's a delight to see so many STEMers. Give yourself a hand for joining us today and giving us your day and representing STEM. How many of you have joined STEM at the Capitol before? Oh, good. We have a lot of new faces. To me, this day always feels like a shareholders meeting, like a corporate shareholders. I've never been in the corporate world, but I assume corporate executives bring together shareholders once a year, and the shareholders get updated on the return on investment, right? Is that what happens in the corporate world now? So here we are. You're the executives. The return on the investment is all over in this room. You are the return on investment. And your investors are upstairs, your shareholders. So I'm very hopeful that over the course of the next 3-4 hours, your shareholders will come down and meet you to get a feel for the return on investment, the remarkable return on investment that has become STEM education in Iowa. In a couple of minutes, here are some statistics about the amazing impact this program has had over its 11 years. You are likely familiar with the programs that are proving themselves to be pretty impactful. The STEM Best School Model. Several of you are STEM Best exhibiting, right? Who are our STEM Best exhibitors? Thank you very much for being here. You'll also be familiar with Scale Up. There's a lot of return on investment happening with Scale Up. How many of you are here representing a Scale Up program? Excellent, thank you. Teachers in Industry, the externships program. Do we have any extern exhibitors? Thank you. And we have extern hosts. You're familiar with the festivals and the Teacher Award and a variety of other programs that we execute that are all so amazing in their impact because we're all in this together. The impact on the kids, our favorite part, our reason for existing, is profound. We're watching you, youth, find passion and purpose in STEM programs. That's the ultimate ROI, by the way. And all, get this for our investors, all for about $63 a kid. Now where else can you get it? The price of it. Date night out or a tank of gas to change a life for the better. But that's what STEM is able to do. All right, I'm about to introduce some guests. But before I do, let me just mention that last year, if you were here, and a few of you who were here, heard me say, as I've often said lately, STEM education is a look at the future of education. STEM is the future of school. But I'm going to stop saying that because now the future of school is here. It is not STEM is the future. The future is here. You are the future, and STEM has you here. So instead of STEM is the future of school, the future is now. You get it? You with me on that? The future is now. If you agree, say it with me. The future is now. Come on, that's pretty soft. Let's get it. The future is now, and you are the future. Right on. So there's some people here that have ushered this future that are so gracious to come down on our invitation to say hi to you. And I'm going to introduce them one by one. The first is Senator Chris Cournoyer. Chris Cournoyer is a member of our Government STEM Advisory Council. Thank you very much, Senator, for serving in that capacity. She hails from LeClaire, Iowa, over the Mississippi River. When she's not in the Senate, she's a technologist, she's a web designer, etc. She's a former robotics coach, for some of you who have participated in robotics. She's got a computer science degree from the University of Texas, go Horn. And it won't surprise you, she is chair of the Senate Technology Committee, of course, and vice chair of Education Committee. Let me introduce you to Senator Chris Cournoyer.
I'm breaking the microphone. That's what the technology person says. We break it and then we fix it, right? thank you all for being here. I am Senator Chris Cournoyer, and I am a proud member of the Iowa Governor's STEM Council. I started out on the Southeast Iowa STEM Board, worked a lot with the Quad City Engineering and Science Council, became a robotics coach, taught Hour of Code, and I'm just so excited to see so many of you here. And thank you to all the adults for being STEM champions for our future generation of science, technology, engineering, and math innovators for the state. So kids, first of all, I just want to talk to you. I love seeing you here. I love seeing the sparkle in your eye. You're learning great things, and that's all I need to see is that spark in your eye to know that we are doing the right thing by investing in programming that helps support you in your learning of everything that is science, technology, engineering, and math. So I am proud to continue to support the mission of the Iowa Governor's STEM Council as one of our top priorities in the Iowa Senate. Having fun while learning is the best way to learn. And while you're learning skills like problem solving, communication, resiliency, fighting through tough problems and not giving up, no matter what. These are skills that will help you no matter what you decide to do when you grow up. In my own life, I was a young girl who loved to play with Legos, and then my dad bought a computer, so I started playing games on my computer, and then I started programming games that I could play on my computer. And then I took some programming classes in high school, and then I got my degree, as Jeff said, from the University of Texas. And then I started to work for a global consulting firm for 8 years. When my first son was born 25 years ago, I decided to stay home and start my own website design business so I could be home with my son. That was 25 years ago. My son became a biomedical engineer. I like to think that that had something to do with me coaching all those robotics teams all those years. But 25 years later, I'm now the chair of the technology committee, and we're dealing with important issues like cybersecurity, cloud computing, continuing to expand broadband across the state of Iowa, consumer data protection, and the privacy of our citizens, protecting data, etc. So I'm very excited to serve in this capacity. I appreciate everything that the Iowa Governor's STEM Council has done and all the adults that are engaged with the kids and doing all these really fun hands-on activities. And I just want to thank you for being here and let you know that at the policy level, we are going to do everything that we can to support the STEM Council, make sure that we're using technology responsibly to make government more efficient, but we don't want to tie your hands as innovators. We want to make sure that Iowa is a friendly technology state, and there's a lot of cool tech in Iowa, so you don't have to move to a coast to do cool technology. We are expanding. It's not Silicon Valley, it's Silicon Prairie. And we are going to expand to the Silicon Prairie across the state of Iowa, where Iowa is a leader in technology. So thank you all for being here, and I will pass it on back to Jeff Love.
Thank you, Senator Cournoyer. We so appreciate all you do for STEM. She's joined in about 10 seconds by a colleague, Senator Eric Giddens. And Senator Giddens, we're very keen on attracting to our STEM Council. We hope to get him appointed shortly to join us and appreciate his willingness to be nominated. He is also a tech guy and a STEM guy growing up. He's a Georgia Tech graduate. I don't know what they are, Georgia Tech, anyway. A Georgia Tech graduate in engineering. He worked at UNI for a number of years in energy education, programming, outreach. He's a credentialed math teacher. In the Senate, I know he serves on both commerce, education, and a lot of other committees. Meet Senator Eric Giddens of Cedar Falls.
Thank you, Director Wells. Thank you, Senator Cournoyer. Instructors, students, most importantly, other stakeholders, or as Director Wells calls them, shareholders. It is so exciting to have you here in the Capitol today. So welcome. We're thrilled that you're here. Thanks to ongoing bipartisan support, the important work of increasing student interest and achievement in STEM and promoting STEM development in Iowa is still growing strong. According to a statewide public survey, awareness of STEM is up 72% from 49% 6 years ago. And among those surveyed, 95% think STEM should be a priority in their local school district, and only 29% do not think it's a priority. That's great progress, and it's because of the support we're getting and the work we're all doing together on this important issue. As As technology continues to advance, the need for professionals who understand these technologies and who can offer practical solutions continues to grow. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics calls STEM careers tomorrow's jobs, as Director Weld referred to earlier, emphasizing the importance of these unique industries. Employment in STEM occupations is projected to grow 8.8% by 2028. Iowa STEM occupations make up 21% of all Iowa jobs and are projected to grow every year. The thing about STEM is that it's never finished. It won't stop evolving, and it will never stop being important to our society and our economy. It's also a homegrown advantage for the Iowa economy. According to Iowa testing programs, 43% of students who participated in a STEM program were very interested in working here in Iowa someday, compared to 35% of non-participants. That's a big deal. It's great because we need to be doing everything we can to keep young Iowans like you here in Iowa. And because we know STEM college degrees offer some of the highest return on investment. We keep hearing that phrase, return on investment. Iowa State Public Universities rank third in the nation for value by median return on investment, or the amount a student can expect to gain financially from their degree. Iowa State's mechanical engineering program topped the studies list for degrees with highest return on investment. Other valuable high enrollment degrees at Iowa's public universities included STEM fields like computer engineering and electrical engineering. I've talked with teachers in various grades who work with STEM programs, and they're all seeing increased interest in STEM. In the past 5 years, the number of concurrent enrollment courses in STEM taken by high school students has increased 17% for mathematics courses and 57% for science courses. Our investment and our commitment in STEM to STEM is working. You are all proof of that. Thank you for your work and for being here to share it with legislators today. Enjoy your day, and I hope to get around to see every one of your tables as soon as we're done with our education committee that we're about to hold right now. Thank you so much.
That is Senator Garrett Gittens. So hopefully he gets appointed to our STEM council. Our governor has a couple of appointments in front of her, but she's busy these days. In fact, today she's in Washington, D.C., so we miss her company, but she's with us in spirit, no doubt. And so two more speakers want to say hi, and the third is foremost in our personal experiences because she's the governor's co-chair of the STEM Council. Her name is Diane Young. She comes from Cherokee, Iowa. She too is a STEMmer in upbringing, farm girl, a rodeo barrel racer as a young horse lover. Went on to Iowa State University, majoring in animal science. After university, she established a company in Cherokee called Foundation Analytical Laboratory, now a global quality testing company. And somehow she makes time to serve on our council. Now her term has a couple months left in it. So we're very hopeful she may choose to re-up and continue on. So maybe you can be a little influential in helping her make that decision. Meet Diane Young.
I like that. No pressure, man. No pressure. So first of all, I want to thank the senators, but I know they had to, the representatives, they need to get to a meeting. So, but next, I really want to thank Jeff. You and your team have done an amazing job once again, helping put together this awesome area that we can showcase for our elected officials what the great things we have going on in our state. So thank you guys very much. So I do hope our elected officials get a chance to come down here and meet the kids, meet the teachers that are here to see what great things that they are actually helping facilitate in our state. I'm hoping they will be amazed and humbled at the extraordinary projects, and also honored to know that they have played a big part in allowing and allowing you kids to go to the future and be part of our workforce. So from my perspective and from looking here, our future of our state looks very, very bright. So thank you. STEM is really fundamental workforce development program. Capturing STEM minds, inspiring them by using STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math to solve our world's problems. STEM helps instill in kids the skill sets that employers are looking for. I am one of them, as I'm sure are Google, Interstate, MakeUSafe, as well as Foundation Analytical. We need you kids, because you kids are our future, and you're actually the future of our state. The skills needed, teamwork, communication, creative thinking, problem solving, they're not only needed in my business, but in all areas, trades, manufacturing, IT, healthcare, and other high demand areas that we have in the state. Kids, this state, in our state, the world is your oyster. You can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything. And don't let anybody tell you to never. Right here, this is the solution to the future of our state, our economy. It's in the eyes of every one of these kids that are here today. So, I had all these documentation, all these facts and figures to throw at you, but the senator did a really, really good job saying what they are. I'll give you a couple of them. Kids who participate in STEM programs graduate to STEM majors in community colleges and universities twice the rate of their peers. So if somebody is working on a degree in STEM of some type, you have twice the more ability to graduate. You graduate twice the amount of time as someone who does not follow a STEM career. I'm more interested in staying in Iowa, as us employers will tell you that's what we want. We want to keep our best and brightest here and have you guys be part of our communities, raise your families, and grow up in our state. And there's higher test scores in math, science, and reading. So, no wonder 95% of Iowans that were polled have said that they feel that STEM needs to be part of the school system. All of this is why I'm extremely proud to be the co-chair alongside our governor for the Iowa STEM Council. We share the same passion, and by all indications, it's working. But it's only working because of you folks in this room, as well as thousands of others across the state doing the work every day. So, to our legislators, I want to thank you so much for your support, and to all of you kids here today and teachers, thank you for taking the time and showing what STEM means to you, as well as to our state. Thanks, guys.
All right, you'll be very patient. One more speaker, and then we'll be back to regaling hopefully visitors with outstanding STEM that you're here to display. But before we go, today's only possible because there was an investor who agreed to foot the bill for our being here today. That investor is Collins Aerospace. You well know that was a global technology company headquartered in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, for which we are so fortunate. And their head of corporate social responsibility is Adrian Johnson, an applicant to be appointed to our STEM Council hopefully soon. Meet Adriana Johnson.
Good morning. This is some tough acts to follow, but I'm Adriana Johnson. I lead our corporate social responsibility program at Collins Aerospace. And if you don't know, Collins Aerospace is one of the world's largest aerospace and defense companies. We have 10,000 employees in the state of Iowa across 8 different sites and communities. We work on things like the space suit. So every single spacesuit that's gone on NASA missions has been a Collins Aerospace suit. We work on the F-35 fighter jet pilot, which has heads-up displays that project into the visor for new pilots. And we also are working on the development of the electrified aircraft, right? We want to reduce our carbon footprint going forward. All these products and solutions require innovative and technical minds, and many of them we need here in Iowa and will continue to need here in Iowa. So the partnership that's public and private with the Governor's STEM Advisory Council is very appreciated.
celebrated watching this programming grow across the state and reach so many more children. So just thanking all of you to be here today to show your support and your piece of the STEM High that is the state Governor's STEM Advisory Council. It's a renowned program. Thank you all for being a part of it.
Wonderful partners to STEM. Collins Aerospace. Many advantages thanks to being partners with them. Okay, well, we could go on all day, but you've been very, very patient. There's all kinds of MVPs in this room. Someday maybe. But for now, let me just introduce and point out a couple of folks you should know. For one, we have a number of regional STEM advisory board members who have made the trip to Des Moines today. If they would just raise their hands so we can all see and acknowledge. Let's hear it from these folks. They give a lot of time to you. Thank you so much. We have at least 2 STEM council members in the house as well. Who will have sent Dan Harbeck? If you wouldn't mind raising your hand. Thank you for your service to the council and your investments. And we have also enjoyed the company today of Gabe Glenn. Thank you, say, the member of the Governor's STEM Advisory Council. Thank you, Gabe, for giving us 3 days. So hopefully you get a chance to meet each other and a number of legislators over the course of the morning. We're here until 1 o'clock, so do mingle with the other STEMers in your midst. You will not regret the friends you're going to make today. And if you meet a legislator, thank them for the investment and provide them the return on investment that is you. If you get a chance to meet Dan from Google or Adriana from Collins Aerospace, thank them too for their investment, as well as Gabe, who could have 100 other things to do today, but he chose to be here with us. So have a great STEM Day at the Capitol. We want to thank you all for being here. Enjoy.